Alright, so let's see here. That's where the steel nipple is all in there. Can't do much in there because the steel nipple is a launching wrap that sticks way in there, so the air will never even see that spot where you grind the corner out a little bit. There's nothing there. Alright, so let's see what we can do about getting rid of some of this steel insert. There's a rivet in here, I don't want to cut that out, so you gotta leave that in there. You gotta be careful where you're grinding, how much. Alright, see what happens here. So I want the air to go this way here, so that's the direction we grind. Grind it back until you see threads. This will come more on the back side. See it, but now your finger kind of wraps around here a little better. You can go down low, go down high a little bit. So the line of sight, now you can see through here the air has to go. The air is going to want to take a straight shot right through where my finger is. Everything else is not doing a damn thing. So I'm going to make sure it goes around. This side here, see how I'm coming around the back side rather than here. That's what that cutter was doing right there. That's all I was doing. There's a little bit of a hump right there, but don't really have the access to get in there to do anything. So the cutter is too long. Now if you get a smaller cutter with a bigger ball on it, it's not too sharp. The problem is these things are really aggressive. So you get a little bit thinner here because of the shank. So you can kind of get in there a little bit with this, but not very well. You're literally going to take off about that much right there, and that's it. What can happen though, it can dig in there, gouge in real hard, lock the cutter up, and snap the tip off. It can do all of that, especially when you got a nice sharp one like that wants to do that anyway. So you got to be really, really careful. You can do a lot of damage real quick and not get much gain. Not get any gain at all. Make it. The best thing is just to stay out of there. So remember, don't do this. That was about it. That seemed like I did a lot. In the real world, I did a little bit. Right there is where I was cutting. You can see where I cut the back side there a little bit. Now if I get my cutter here that I was using. You can see right there I was trying to grind that a little bit. I can feel I was cutting a little bit right there, but that's about it. I can't feel anything going down because that's below the cutter. All I can do is I feel right up here, right in this area here, I felt a little bit of cutting. And that's where you can see that little bit of cut. With that little bit of cut, when you put your finger around here, it's around like this. Where's the port at? There we go. There's a sharp edge right there too. Thread, see that little thread coming up? Booger? It's part of the thread on the back side. So put your finger in here. You see how my finger can go right through here a little easier now, right through here. That's what we're trying to do. When you get those little slivers coming up, that's the thread that you've been cutting on the back side. You get real thin. Quit cutting on it. Alright, so that's about the most you can do and still gain anything on that. I can go in here, maybe try to get a little bit further deeper, but it's not really going to help me because it's behind the cut. It's behind the insert. The insert launches off, and it's like coming off the table, and you're trying to fix it down here. The airflow goes right over that. Doesn't even get near that area. So it doesn't help anything. Cosmetically, it look better, but realistically, it does nothing. All right, so that's it from that side. I'm going to flip it over and smooth it up a little bit on the other side because it's pretty rough up under here. But that's pretty much all you can do. I smoothed it up right here, left the rivet alone. I'll probably get a little bit closer to that rivet there and clean a little. Knock some of the waviness out a little bit, but can't gain much. All this stuff is fine tuning at most. Okay. Around the other way. Looks like it's threaded in there. See how it looks like it's threaded? Basically it is. When they cut it, they did a real coarse cut coming out. That's what I'm trying to cut out. It's stupid having that in there. Once again, we got the rivet right there. We don't want to cut the rivet out. We do want to smooth out the rest of the stuff. So I'm kind of in the wrong spot to do what I need to do. Okay, go from this direction. Rev it up right there. Alright, we knocked most of that out. So that's a lot smoother through here. The rivet's still right there. So I don't think we're going to get any airflow through here, but if we do, it's going to hit that big wall right there. So I want to just blend that in slightly right there. See how thick it is. It's got metal in there. Not a lot, but enough. So in case air does come through here, I want to where it doesn't run into a wall. It'll be a radiused wall when we're done. So basically right now, see it hits hard. I want to make it where it goes straight in like that. So we're just going to blend this in a little bit. I think I'm going to use my big cutter here to do that. So I'm not trying to really move any metal per se, just knock off the big sharp edge, which will remove some metal. Cutter is supposed to. That's the cutter. Now on the O-ring heads, you don't have that problem because it's got that big threaded insert in there. That's cut a lot smoother on the later heads. One of the disadvantages of these early style heads. Alright, pretty good. So now when you hit it, it's not such a launching ramp into there. So when you go in, yeah, just goes straight in out. It doesn't bottom out like it was like that before. It's going straight in. Just eliminate the curb. The offset's still there, but we eliminated the sharp edge. So at least now the air will bounce over it and keep going. Won't be too bad. Whatever air wants to be there. The chance of having much air there is slim because the airflow is trying to go this way. It's not trying to go that way. So the Harley path is you go in that way. You follow the curve. You go in like that. You come in like that, and somehow you're supposed to come out and go into the head. In the rear wheel, the airflow wants to go straight route, right like that. It's just how much this other shit interferes with going what it wants to do. The less interference, the better. There we go. Alright. Let's turn this over so I can see a little better what's going on. Looks good to me. Alright, that's about all we can do on that one, I think. Basically, the airflow is what it is at this point. So it doesn't do anything over that way, flows in. It can go down if it wants. You can go around the guide if it wants. We're trying to make it go around the guide, the back side of the guide, so we can pick up some flow on this side, but the little air that's going to come through there is not much. So cutting this out on the back side here is not going to do a lot of good. What's going to make it good is the more you make this valve bigger, so it's a straighter shot, and this area going straight through the middle gets bigger. So the bigger you can make this hole going this way here, the more airflow you're going to get. Right now we have about that big of a hole, a quart really, size of your finger. And even that doesn't fit all the way through, see how it curves. But really, that's what your airflow is, size of your finger. That's why they don't run very well. Okay, the exhaust, I'm going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit. Work on that now. The intake's pretty well done. Alright, so I'm going to cut that a little bit. Alright, be right back.